Hey ladies, I wanted to walk you guys through what a typical day is like for me at the gym when I'm working on my glutes. So let's go. So the first thing I usually start off with is light warm up. So I warm up usually to just wake up my joints, get my body pumping, get my heart racing, and gets me in the right state of mind for weightlifting. So after warming up, I started off with the first exercise, which is hip thrust. My dear, I lifted 245 pounds, and this is the first time I'm doing it in a very long time, and I was able to do 10 reps. Yes, I did 10. Like I've said multiple times in my previous videos, if you're lifting weights and your face is not like this, like literally like this, it shows that you're not doing it right. But yes, I did it. And then moving on to my last set for this. So just to let you guys know, I did each exercises for 4 sets, 10 reps. I did not record all of it because typically a day at the gym takes me 1 hour, and your girl is not about to record for 1 whole hour. This is just to give you a sense of what kind of exercises I do at the gym for glute growth. So yes, this is set number 4, and let's go. I also did 10. I think I was able to push myself through 10 for this one. Alright, at this point I rested for 1 minute. I stayed hydrated, drank some water, caught my breath, did all I could do, think about my life. But yeah, that's literally my typical day at the gym. I think about my life a lot. I think about the next thing I want to do during my rest time, and then just rest for 1 minute and move on to the next exercise. Alright, so the next exercise I went on doing is Bulgarian split squat. Now this exercise is one of my favorites, but at the same time I think I have a love-hate relationship with it because my gosh, this thing can push you to your limit. But you know what? Your glutes will be thanking you afterwards. So I think I did this exercise for 12 sets. 12 reps. Oh gosh, 12 sets. 12 reps for each leg. So total 24, but then I rested 20 seconds in between. So after I did 12 reps, on one leg, I rested about 20 seconds before moving on to the next. So I did this exercise for 4 sets, and I think this is the last set that I recorded because, as I mentioned earlier on, I wasn't about to record for 1 hour, but this is just to give you a sense of what I do typically at the gym when I'm trying to grow my glute. So as you can see, I was trying to literally catch my breath because, like I said, this exercise, I don't know how to explain my feelings towards it. I like it, at the same time I don't like it because it pushes you to your limit, but at the same time your body will be thanking you, so figure it out. Well, anyways, here I'm just resting for the 1 minute like I mentioned earlier on before moving on to my next exercise. So if you're following me through this workout, make sure that you're resting, make sure that you're fully hydrated, make sure that you're not dehydrated, please. So when I was done resting and I felt like I can move on to the next exercise, I moved on to cable kickback. So this exercise, I love it because it's easy. At the same time, the result is just amazing. So what this exercise does is that it lifts your glutes and gives you that peachy look. You know that, you know those girls that wear swimsuits and then you can see their booty popping. This is basically what this exercise does. It lifts up your glutes, at the same time makes it popping, and it's very easy. It's just, I don't know, I just cannot stress it. I love this exercise. I love doing it all the time. So what I did for this one, I think I put my weight at 10 pounds, and I did 20 reps each leg. Now I was able to do 20 because I've done this multiple times, and I think this is just a walk in the park for me. But if you're starting off, I think I'll recommend that you start off with the lightest weight possible, just to make sure that as you're kicking back, you're not hurting your back, and to make sure that you're also targeting your glutes as much as possible. I think at this point, most of you will already know why I rub my glutes after each exercise. I'm not rubbing it because I feel like rubbing it. It's a trick for me, so I rub it, and by rubbing it, I don't know what it is. It's just soothing, and it relieves me of the pain, so I can move on to the next, which is what I did in this video. So yeah, in case you catch me rubbing my glutes, I'm not just rubbing it because I like rubbing glutes. I just rub it for a purpose because it relieves me of the pain. So yes, I moved on to the next one, and then I did 20. I did this exercise I did 3 sets, but I only recorded 2 sets because, again, I'm not recording for 1 hour. I'm just showing what I'm doing at the gym to get my glutes popping. So I also rested for 1 minute before I finished up this exercise with the last set. So yes, after resting, I moved on to this exercise. I think maybe I should just walk you through getting a proper forming for this exercise. So what I do is I kind of like align the weight. I'm not sure if you can see closely. I did not put the cable at the last position, if that makes sense. If you're familiar with what this machine looks like, I think you can kind of like gauge what I'm trying to say. But I place it on the second level, and then I make sure that I'm kind of like leaning towards it, but at the same time not leaning too much that my back is arching. I'm not sure how to explain it. Maybe I should actually do a video separately to walk you properly on this form. So getting the form right for this exercise is very, very important. So this way you're not hurting your back. This way you're only targeting your glutes. Like that burning sensation you get when you're doing the right exercise. That's the benefit of maintaining a good form for this one. So yes, I'm now switching on to the next leg, and after this we're going to move on to the next exercise. So for the remaining of the workouts, I used cable machine to finish up, because honestly, cable machine is just one of my favorite machines because you can use it for upper body. You can also use it for lower body, as you can see that I'm doing in this video. So yes, the second to the last exercise was reverse lunges. I did this 12 reps. I don't know why I keep saying sets, but 12 reps on each leg. So that's 24 in total. And then I rested 1 minute in between before moving on to the next set. Yes, I forgot to mention, I did the reverse lunges for 3 sets. I did 3 sets of it and then 12 per legs. At some point, you can see that I had to take a quick pause. These quick pauses in between reps are very important because you give your muscle time to rest and also catch your breath and recover slightly to keep moving. All right, so moving on to the last exercise. The last exercise that I had on my list was deadlift. So I decided to not use dumbbell and just finish up with cable machine because why not? So for weight, I lifted 30 and then I did 12 reps. So I set the weights at 30 pounds and then I did 12 times of this exercise. In terms of sets, I did 3 sets of each and I made sure that I was trying to maintain a good form as possible just to make sure that I'm targeting the right muscle, which in this case we are trying to grow our booty and not our legs. Now moving on to the second set. So in total, I did 4 sets of this exercise, but I only recorded 3 sets. But yes, this was my last exercise on the list, just to wrap up the day. At this point, I kid you not, I was already thinking of jollof rice and chicken wings because your girl was tired and hungry and almost felt like quitting. But you know what? I did not quit because we do not quit. The booty has to keep bootying. If you've been able to go through this video to this very point, what are you doing if you haven't subscribed? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Finally, the last set. Honestly, I was very, very happy. Like, I'm laughing now because I know how I was feeling in that moment, what I was thinking of, which is jollof rice. It's weird, but my dear, that's literally what I was thinking of. So yes, this is the last set for me today. I did 12 and in total I did this exercise for 4 sets. Yes, we finally come to the last section of this video. So thank you so much for sticking with me, for going through this day with me. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave this video a thumbs up. Share your comments, share your experience. Let me know how you felt. If you decided to go through the same exercise that I did, let me know how your body also felt. And love you. See you in my next video.